Everyone in this room is a runner, right? Whether you know it or not. Some of us run physically, and then some of us run mentally, towards and from people or situations in life. Some of us run in the right direction, some of us run in the wrong direction, and some run just because it's so much fun. So I started running really early in life. I remember I was in the 5th standard, and Carter Road was my place, summertime, and I ran in those brown school tennis shoes. Okay, and it was still fun. They were a bit uncomfortable, but who the hell knew what real good shoes ever felt like? And every year on sports day, I used to just, visualize me standing on this podium, receiving this beautiful medal for a race I've run. But the truth of the matter is, I have never ever won a single race in school. Never. And so, life went on. I kind of realized that my team was not looking in my direction when it came to gaining points during sports day. And so I went through school and college, and I forgot about medals and trophies and stuff like that. Till one day, I was standing again at a starting line in a race in a school. Only this time, it was in my kids' school. And I was standing there, and I was wondering, oh my God, what am I doing in this line? And school just came tumbling back. So I was that student who every time I ran, I would fall at least once. I still remember that my teachers had once put up that red tape and were going on, run, Maria, run. I was last. So while I was standing here in this line, waiting to start this race, one part of me was really excited, one part of me was petrified. I didn't want to fall in front of a whole school of parents and principals and children and my children. But they were on the side saying, Mama, come on, run. Run like a cheetah is chasing you. At which point of time, I realized that everything I say to them will at some time be used for or against me. So I decided that since I'm standing here, I will have to just run, and I may as well, put into use what I tell them. So I tell them, every time you do something, you put in everything that you have and, go for it, and, don't be lackadaisical about it. So I was standing there in line. It was a 400-meter race. I just saw the finish line, that's all. And I ran like the entire jungle was after me. Okay, I just ran. I won this race. It was the most joyous win ever. No, don't clap. It was with mothers, yeah. We mothers don't run fast. But anyway, my kids were really happy. They were like, Mom, you ran so fast and you were way ahead of everyone else. And I was so happy. But that joy, okay, frankly, was doubled because for all the medals and all the trophies that I never won, looking at them, I just had all the medals and trophies ever. It was wonderful. Every time I go for a run and I finish off in a certain amount of time, I keep thinking, maybe I should run for a marathon. And then I think of Shamal and all the marathons that he runs like it was nothing. So I've been writing this book. And I remember speaking to Shamal about it because he has written a book. And I told him, I said, Shamal, I'm not being able to write. And I don't know how to just put it together. And he sat me down in my kitchen and he said, Goretti, you've got to set a goal. And you've got to just do it. Set a time limit and go for it. And figure a time that you really like writing and just fill in the blanks. So I kind of decided that I should listen to him since he has written a book. And I put all my things together, and in the morning I woke up and I sat at my table and I sat at my phone because that's how I wrote my book, on my mobile phone. And nothing, not a single word. So I started off by saying, oh, if, but, and nothing. So I decided since I'm up and awake, I may as well go for a run. So I started running again. And this happened for some time. And then I realized that while I was running, I had all these ideas coming to my head and ingredients and recipes and what I want to put in the book and how I want to write it. And somehow, very slowly, the more I ran, the more I wrote. The more I wrote, the more I cooked. The more I cooked, the more I had to run because I needed to run off the calories. And eventually, I got it done. In a way, it was like my own marathon that I ran without a time limit. But every time I ran or every time I wrote, I just put my whole heart and soul into it. And the thing about running is not so much about the exercise or about winning a competition. It's more about finding yourself, finding your me deep inside you. And that's, I think, something that I found. I found my happy place. I'm not saying competition is bad. Competition is great. But I sometimes think it's nice if you could compete with yourself, your former self. And if you can win one competition at a time with yourself, I think your life will be a really happy place. Yup.